Hello, hello. Today we're going to talk about the end of this year and the beginning of 2025 astrologically. This year's very significant transit of Pluto going into Aquarius is setting the stage for 2025 and 2026 with other planets that are going to be going into a new sign. And that is very profound right now. It's enough just for Pluto to be going into the sign of Aquarius, which is really aligning with all these drones and UFO sightings that people are seeing. Because remember, Aquarius has to do with the strange and genuine and original, but a little different and weird happenings. So it fits right in. Can we predict, or were we able to predict this was going to happen? Maybe. However, it's happening. So we can't ignore the fact that, these drones and UFOs are in our world. And I think they're going to stay in our world too, especially the next 21 years or 20 years where Pluto is going to be in Aquarius. So Pluto is all about extremes. Anything Pluto, Scorpio, eighth house is extreme in nature. It's very deep. And it also is reflecting the old top down Capricorn energy. Government is taking care of everything, although they've been hiding a lot of stuff. And so that's the major shift. They can't hide this anymore. It's very interesting. And how our world is going to be. I mean, maybe our government will change and will be run by aliens. I mean, it could be really anything. Only God knows. So that's one major thing. But then we have other stuff going on, and I'm going to have to look at my notes because there is so much. The planet of Jupiter, which is all about truth, expansion, the big picture, what gives us joy, our philosophy, publishing, the whole world. It's also travel, different culture. That is Pluto. I'm sorry, that is Jupiter. I misspoke. So Jupiter is in Gemini right now, but it's going to go into Cancer. So we feel this Gemini energy, Jupiter Gemini, with abundance of information. It's information overload, but it's positive information. It's truthful information. Are you feeling it? Of course. We're all witnessing this huge evolutionary shift, and we're going to continue with this shift till mid-year, where Jupiter, this expansive planet, and it has limits, unlike Neptune, which we'll talk about next, but it does grow and grow and grow like a balloon, but it has limits, so it could pop. It's going to go into Cancer. What's Cancer all about? Well, Cancer is a water sign and it's a cardinal sign. So a Cancer sign is one of the most misunderstood signs, because what does a Cancer do? It goes straight underneath the surface and it hides. It doesn't want to be seen as a vulnerable creature that it is. That's why it has that hard outer shell. So Cancer rules the house, the home, the family. Okay. It's a nurturing, sensitive, emotional sign. Not that it's not strong, it just is very emotionally driven. And they do have leadership, but it's all based on emotions and feelings, and they're very nurturing. Typical Cancers love to cook. So with Jupiter Going into Cancer, it's going to be this expansion on food, nurturing. Well, look, we're already talking about it now with the improvement and the ethical responsibilities, Jupiter, of our food industry, making our food clean again for our health. You see? You see how it coordinates? And if you want to see how that impacts your personal chart, then you would compare these transits to your natal chart. And by the way, I do have classes and a series of classes that you could find on the website. And I'm going to have a bunch of PDFs that will be available for you if you want to do your own astrology. These are very helpful cheat sheets and worksheets that I develop that you're not going to see anywhere out there. And if you're using AI or Google to read your astrology chart, um, it it's iffy. I checked those things out, and there are so many errors. Yeah, ChatGPT and AI has its place because that's part of Pluto in Aquarius that we previously discussed. But Jupiter in Gemini going into Cancer is going to expand the energy into the home life, into the family life. Okay. And that all is going to change. The next thing I want to talk about is going to be the key opportunities, and that is going to be to expand our mind by pursuing intellectual, creative projects, but also creating an emotional stability, okay, and strengthen bonds with our loved ones in our family, and maybe make big improvements in our homes, huge improvements that will give us great joy moving forward. Now, Neptune in Pisces. Neptune's been in the latter stages of Pisces for a long time. But right now, this year, for a whole year, it's going to be at 29 degrees Pisces. So, why is this important? Because it is exponentially more powerful in this energy. Why? Because we have 29 degrees, which is a critical degree, which puts everything on steroids or majorly intensifies. And number two, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, which strengthens that energy. So, what kind of energy are we talking about? We're talking about the invisible world, things that we can't see, fantasy, imagination, creator, God, dreams, hypnosis, it's music, it's dance, anything that helps us escape, meditation. It's also bacteria, things that we can't see with the naked eye. And it's also outer space, things that we can't see with the naked eye. But now in 2026, when Neptune goes into Aries, it's going to be very visible. And our world is definitely going to be different. And my prediction, I don't like to make predictions, but my feeling is that the cosmos will become more connected with us, and we will be interacting with spacecraft from other places. It won't just be the people that are downloading the other entities from Pleiades, et cetera, et cetera. It will be very mainstream. And also, I believe we will visibly be seeing the spiritual warfare because Neptune Pisces is also very spiritual. Yeah. So with Pluto in Aquarius, Aquarius also has to do with an awakening. And then we have Neptune in Pisces. We're going to be awakening the spirituality in a profound way, a very profound way. And if you have any questions as you're listening to this video, please comment below. I try to keep these videos about 15 minutes. So sometimes I have to do a part two. Okay. So, and we might need a part two for the 2025 forecast. So, that's the main big deal with Neptune. And the message is to let go of escapism and in the negative escapism, which could be drugs, alcohol, any sort of addictions. And there's so many things that we could be addicted to, the internet, social media, all kinds of stuff. Just, use your imagination. So, meditation, journaling, or energy healing would be a wonderful alternative. And avoid confusion, because Neptune also is the planet of chaos and confusion. So if you're confused, the best thing to do is to go inward and reach high to your creator. Talk to your creator. If you're not talking to your creator on a daily basis, you're missing out. Yeah. You don't listen to what other people tell you. You listen to what your creator, which is your higher self, is sharing with you, because you came here for a distinct purpose. And that's what the astrology chart shows you. And that's why every time someone gets a reading, any kind of an astrology reading or a psychic reading, they get certainty and clarity because it resonates with their soul. And you chose to come here in this world on the school earth plane to learn. Okay. So, number 3, we're going to talk about Black Moon Lilith. I have my own version of Black Moon Lilith. I've done extensive research through all the books that I was able to get my hands on at the largest metaphysical library on the Western Hemisphere, right here at the Edgar Casey ARE. Okay. So what's happening is Black Moon Lilith represents our hidden self, our shadow self, the part of us that we don't even understand. Maybe we don't even know that we are behaving, excuse me, like this. And it's that untamed, savage, raw, feminine power that we have. But it helps empower us, all right? And it's moving through Libra and Scorpio this year, and then ending in Sagittarius by December of 2025. So in Libra, it's challenging us to look at our relationship and partnership imbalances. Are we always giving? Are we always putting other people first and being a people pleaser? Time to change. In Scorpio, it will intensify and it will go deeper into the psychological roots of why you need to let this go. How is this going to empower you? And it really will shed some light on this hidden aspect of your personality. It also has to do with abuse, human trafficking, and all that nasty, negative, dark emotion that we could be harboring. And when it ends in Sagittarius, which is a very optimistic sign, and it's a very joyful sign, happy, it takes risks, but it's also the big picture, travel, different culture. And it's all the your values and wisdom. All right. So that's when you're going to explore your hidden truth. And you will find the hidden truth as long as you do the work, right? So it's embracing that inner power. So you're going to go through 3 signs, but there'll be 3 shifts with this Black Moon Lilith. Let me know how it's affecting you right now. The other thing will be the eclipses. We have eclipses every single year, but they're usually in different signs from the year before. So if you want to see the whole version of this, you could check out the blogs that I post on the website. And So we have March 14th will be a total lunar eclipse in Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign that organizes stuff. It has to do with health. It puts things in a very practical sequence, and it's all about the details. I'm condensing this. And then March 29th, we're going to have the solar eclipse, which is a new moon. Lunar eclipse is a full moon where you release. The new moon is when you set your new intentions. And with these eclipses, they last for 6 months. Okay. And that's going to be Aries, brand new beginnings. And that is what you're going to focus on, something new, something bold, something courageous. And it's a good time for leadership, new everything, okay? Whatever new you want to look at, now's the time, and you could check your natal chart. If you need my help, you know how to reach me. Now, September, we're going to have the next set of eclipses. September 7th, we'll have a total lunar eclipse in Pisces, which will be very mystical. The unseen world, it may have to do with anything invisible, spiritual, imaginary, maybe fantasy, drugs, poisons, viruses, anything like that. And it's a time to release what we don't need. And then September 21st, we'll have that partial solar eclipse again in the Virgo energy, which has to do with health. But I really believe with this thrust of changing our food, you have to put the picture together. We will be a much healthier planet in all ways, not just our food, but the actual planet. And, Pisces also rules water, and the oceans. So set those goals. And as always, astrology is a tool for transformation. It doesn't dictate what's going to actually happen. It's a tool. Okay. So it empowers us to make conscious and certain choices by aligning our actions with the cycles that we're expressing here. So flow with the transformation, that's with Pluto's energy, and prioritize your emotional growth with the Jupiter energy going from Gemini to Cancer. And when you align these cosmic cycles with the eclipses, you will definitely get maximum output. And the relationships with Black Moon Lilith will enhance your inner power. And that is what is going on right now. And we've gone through the whole 2025 in 19 minutes. I'm sorry that the video was so long this time, but let me know if you have any other questions about astrology and the invisible world. These are my two areas of expertise. And
it's 12 o'clock.
It's 12 o'clock, and I hope you have a good rest of the day. Love you all. Bye-bye.